Okay, so there's no doubt that the Degen Dalt team, Dalton and Kyle, are currently winning at Borgata. But like all the professional losers on YouTube, they completely overlook. They just forget vast past losses. I mean, running into tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands. So a little a hotspot like this is it's a blip, very pleasant, makes for perhaps more enjoyable watching if watching other people gamble is your thing. But it completely overlooks the fact that there were prior losses up the wazoo. So excuse me. So that's where we're at with DD, and all these guys are the same. They don't have a plan. They bet randomly, just doing what the casinos want us all to do, really. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if you've been here before to one of these analyses of DD Degen Dalt, you'll know that I enjoy tracking him a lot more than I do the guy who claims to be the greatest blackjack player the world has ever seen. In great part, it's because of DD's personality. He's grown up a lot since his 25th birthday, that's for sure, and also the good work done by his buddy Kyle. Those two are a great team, and it certainly makes life easier for me. Not that that's what they're trying to do. Obviously, they're not doing anything for me, but they do make my life a lot easier. Want to draw your attention once again to the flat bet, which is, this is where if you were just betting whatever, the current average bet is 650 for DD. If he was just betting 650 a time, it would look like this, and his indicated outcome based upon a current player edge across, I think it's 6 sessions he's had at Borgata, but they're obviously just one session or 1 or 2, and he's breaking them up for extra effect and also to make the most of his time and be able to put up more presentations without actually, putting his bankroll at risk. Anywho, what he's at. 5% player edge. So given that edge and given his action, which is higher than pattern betting's by 25%, 24%, he would be expected to be 12,300 and something ahead. And he's managed to do a little better than that. He's at 18,500 ahead. That's 10%, 9% less than pattern betting's algorithm. And his action, as I said, is more. But if you just look at these two things, you can see this guy is totally tied in to actual value, which means he has no plan. Nice guy though he seems to be, beautiful job though Carl does with the numbers and the graphics and the funny bits and all the rest of it. In spite of all of that, he's basically just random betting, flying by the seat of his pants, and is going to fail every time he hits a session where he loses more bets than he wins. And I'm sorry, Dalton, but that's crap. You can't survive that way. On the other hand, I also recognize that you can't be teaching your followers how to beat the house, because the house would stop being friends with you. They'd stop giving you freebies and comps and promotional chips and back rubs and handshakes and smiles and all the rest of it. As soon as you became a threat to their bottom line, which you would be if you were teaching your people pattern betting, for example, as soon as you did that, it'd be game over for you. So I get that, and I just want people who find their way to my channel to understand that none of these guys, even the nice ones like DD, Kyle, and all the others, are not on your side. They are on the side of the casinos, which is why you'll see them promoting games which you, if you've got any brains, won't play, like Double Down, Bet Madness, like Free Bet, Blackjack. Jack Black? There is a Jack Black, isn't there? Yes. I don't think it's his real name, but anyway, free bet blackjack and ultimate Texas Hold'em and 3-card poker and pie go, blah blah blah. None of those things are worth your time or your money, and frankly, neither are blackjack or baccarat if you play the way that this guy does. So there you have it. We go down to the very bottom. And I admit that this is an irritation for me because I'm always telling you folks, don't, whatever you do, play extra hands. I've been chastised for saying extra bets because that makes it sound like I don't split or double down. And of course I do. By extras, what I mean is starting out a round with more than one bet on the table. In other words, more than one hand. I don't do that. You shouldn't do that. But for now, DD is 32,000 ahead on those bets. And I want you to know most of that comes from one session. He's had a couple of sessions where he just could not go wrong. He just could not go wrong. So, in situations like that, you're going to make money from your extras, your multis. But generally speaking, ain't gonna happen. So please always keep that in mind. And let's go back to his top here. See what I mean about sort of breaking his sessions up. He's certainly not as terrible a player as the greatest blackjack player of all time, who doesn't know his arse from his elbow. But there we go. Going up to put the pattern betting algorithm. Obviously exactly the same player edge, 17.1% improvement, so tripling the player edge. Pattern betting went down 12,000 here. It was up a bit there and then went down to this point, 9,200 there. So we must have been 3,000 ahead when we dropped. That was the maximum exposure. Let's see. Average win over average loss is 168%. We managed to win 39 times our average bet. DD didn't manage quite as well as that. He did 29 times, but that's very good for him. He's definitely on a roll right now, no doubt about that. But this gives him away. This is just, when you're this dependent on the actual value, then you're not going to win long term. You've got no chance. But then, quite possibly that's not his objective. There was a thing that was just put online about how much he makes, and I think I'm going to go and find that and put a screenshot on here. So bear with me a sec. Okay, well, that's that problem solved. For some reason, I thought that Degen Dalt was on the list of reasonably successful players, punters, professional losers, shills, barkers, touts, frontmen, whatever. But apparently not. So I got that wrong. I don't know. I got the idea. But in the latest list, Lady Luck HQ is top of the heap. Vegas Matt was second. I bet he's pissed off about that. Mr. Handpay, one of the more sort of like flamboyant of the professional losers, the shills. He was like number 12 in the first 3 months of the year, January, February, March. So no, January, February, just January, February. Bobby Rivas was high up. But just keep in mind, all these guys are con men, basically, because they're pretending to you that their gambling is legitimate and real and so on. And it's not. And they can argue if they want. But we're playing with real money. Yes, but still, whatever you lose is a mere overhead. It's just part of the business plan. It's part of the cost of doing business, because you're going to get your money back from Google, the Moogle cash cow, at the end of the day. So, but anyway, there we are with DD again, and then going back to pattern betting, a much better look. in comparison with the AV. The only similarity being, of course, that the line from here to here is positive, and the line from here to here is even more positive. That's how it goes. And I don't know where these little extra things come from that keep little boxes that keep dropping down here that are driving me potty. But never mind. These things are sent to try us, as somebody said. So that's it for now. I'll catch you later.